Hello, my name is Matt Ferreira. I'm the business administrator for SAU21, and I'm responsible for the finance and operations of our 5-member school districts of Seabrook, Northampton, Southampton, Hampton Falls, and Winnicott. Additionally, I was one of the administrative representatives who served on the bargaining team who negotiated the proposed CBA for the teacher's contract. That was alongside representatives from each of our school boards, as well as our labor relations legal counsel. So the following short informational video will provide for an overview of the proposed collective bargaining agreement, including teacher compensation, contract language adjustments, and rationale. This proposed CBA will be included as a warrant article on each of our school districts' ballots that will be voted on at the Tuesday, March 14th, 2023 election. The CBA was unanimously recommended by all of our district school boards who serve as the governing body for our schools, and it was also recommended by all the respective towns' budget committees, who are responsible for the fiscal oversight and review of all of the town and the school warrant articles. So CBAs are particularly difficult to gain voter approval in SAU21. We have a unique cooperative structure where if the CBA fails on any one ballot, it fails for all of our districts. So hypothetically, if it fails on the Northampton ballot, it will also fail for our Seabrook teachers, our Winnicott teachers, our Southampton teachers, and Hampton Falls teachers. This is regardless of the ballot outcome in those other districts. So one town or district can fail the CBA for all the other towns. This idiosyncrasy has resulted in the teacher's contract failing 3 times since 2010, and this negatively affects our school districts in the retention and hiring of our teachers. We have amazing teachers. They're in the classroom every day, working with our students, providing individualized and personalized instruction. They do incredible work to provide hands-on learning opportunities and educational experiences. Our teachers are really what make our schools great. They excel at providing instruction to students at their individual level, so challenging our advanced students while providing supports and intervention for struggling students, and that's both academically and socially emotionally. So we are really unfortunate to have tremendous faculty employed at our SAU21 schools. As such, it is so incredibly important that we provide competitive compensation relative to comparable SAUs in schools in our geographic area. Currently, on average, we pay our teachers approximately $6,000 less than other comparable Seacoast schools. That includes SAU16 schools, Exeter, Kensington, Newfield, as well as Portsmouth, Oyster River, Rye. In addition to this pay differential, these SAUs also provide more generous benefits packages. This becomes problematic because if our teacher's contract fails, that wage gap will only widen. Most of the area SAUs all have CBAs that have already passed and are in effect. A failed contract here in SAU21 means that our teachers receive no step increase and no cost of living adjustment. So the wage gap widens to over $10,000. And at that pay differential, we'll lose teachers. Not only will they receive a $10,000 raise, but they will gain that pay step back by going to an area SAU. In addition to local competition for teaching talent, we're also combating a national trend of declining teacher applicant pool. Public education is no longer an attractive profession. Nationally, the number of college students pursuing a traditional educational program has decreased by 1/3, and we're not immune here in the Seacoast. UNH students pursuing an educational undergraduate degree has dropped from 103 students in 2010 to 32 students in 2022. Same on the master's side, 250 students in 2010 to 116 in 2022. This has a direct correlation on qualified candidates for open SAU21 positions. We have seen upwards of a 60% decline in applicants for open positions. In addition to the decline in college students entering the profession, we have seen an exodus of teachers leaving the field of education. Here at SAU21, we have had 15 teachers leave the profession over the last 2 years that are not attributable to natural attrition or retirement. Simply put, teachers can get better paying jobs in other professions. None of these trends should be a surprise. These are issues affecting schools nationwide. As such, it is incredibly important that we provide competitive compensation so that we can keep our amazing teachers and provide us the opportunity to attract new teachers. So the bargaining process was a very collaborative exercise. Both the Teachers Association and the school boards really understand the current economic conditions. As such, both sides were reasonable with a shared vision to come to terms on a contract that was modest from a financial impact perspective. This while also remaining fair to our teachers. We understand that some of our families and community members are struggling financially due to high inflation. So, we're all experiencing high grocery store costs, higher costs to heat our homes, and it's really becoming more difficult to afford basic necessities due to inflation. Therefore, the proposed CBA reflects this reality. We started negotiations in September, came to a TA in early November, and the association and school board to ratify the agreement through November, finalizing in early December. So after the school boards all unanimously approved the proposed CBA warrant article, it was presented to the respective town budget committees, who all voted to recommend the CBA. This really signifies approval and recommendation from both the governing board oversight as well as the fiscal committee oversight. Additionally, the school administration is fully supportive of the teacher's contract. The proposed CBA is a 4-year contract. It includes a cost of living adjustment of 5% in year 1, and it's phased down in the preceding years to 3% in year 2, 2.5% in year 3, and 2.5% in year 4. Year 1 represents a recognition that inflation has really affected our teachers' rate of pay. However, in real terms, it still represents an effective pay decrease adjusted for inflation. And I will note that the previous 2 years, our teachers recognized a significant pay decrease as well, adjusted for inflation under the current CBA. So in addition to the salary cost of living adjustment, I want to briefly review other monetary and language adjustments that are included in the proposed CBA. We clarified the language for teacher preparation periods and aligned consistent prep period time for teachers across all grade levels, K through 12. So this includes prorating prep periods on shortened days due to early release or snow delay. Earlier, I also mentioned that the SAU21 benefits offerings are less attractive than other SAUs. As such, we also added 3 additional sick days per year, and that better aligns with comparable districts. Further, we added a payout for unused personal days to incentivize not utilizing those days. The payout was based on a substitute rate basis, so the total cost impact is nominal. Finally, we adjusted the course reimbursement language to accommodate non-traditional grading models that universities and colleges are currently using or transitioning to. So instead of the A-B model, much like K-12 schools that have transitioned to competencies, universities and colleges are also transitioning to competencies, pass-fail, or other more robust grading models. And under our current CBA, we provide health insurance cost sharing for only full-time employees. Under the proposed CBA, we'll allow for prorated health insurance for 50% to 80% full-time equivalent employees. Also, we offer an opt-out stipend for employees who elect not to take our health insurance. This is an incentive and a cost savings for the school district. This proposed CBA offers a slight increase of $75 per year of the 4-year agreement. Additionally, teachers who are eligible for retirement are entitled to a retirement stipend and sick leave payment for years of service at SAU21. The proposed CBA includes a $40 increase to the retirement stipend and a 5% increase for the sick leave payout. We also have stipends for doctorate and CAGs, which we increase commensurately with the cost of living adjustment, as well as a longevity stipend for teachers who work at the SAU for 15 or 20 years. We've adjusted those stipends slightly and added a 10-year longevity stipend to incentivize the retention of our long-term teachers. Another language adjustment includes the clarification of any track advancement. Track advancement is when is part of the salary structure, and teachers can advance based on their level of education. For example, achieving a master's degree. The adjustment defines attainment of the track advancement based on the date the last graduate credits were attained. Previously, that was not clarified. Track advancement is based on graduate level courses. So under the current CBA, any institution offering continuing education graduate courses are eligible. However, there's a varying level of quality of institutions and courses. So the proposed CBA includes language that restricts track advancement to the courses that qualify for a master's degree program at the associated university or college. That ensures proper rigor and benefit to the district. We have a large selection of extracurricular stipends for athletic coaches and various non-athletic group advisors. So the proposed contract applies the commensurate cost of living adjustment to those stipends as well. Additionally, we have adjusted the dental insurance offering from the New England Delta Dental Option 1 to Option 1S. This provides for better coverage for employees at a very small cost to the districts. Finally, we adjusted or removed language that was included based on the Affordable Care Act. Since the last CBA, a good portion of the ACA law has been removed. For example, the Cadillac tax, so that language is no longer necessary. So, as I stated earlier, we took great care to minimize the cost impact to our member towns. As such, the financial implications of the CBA warrant article are fairly reasonable. The chart below shows the costs apportioned by town for the proposed CBA warrant article. As you can see, the investment in our teachers is modest relative to the overall cost escalation and inflation we were all experiencing. I discussed the impact of teacher hiring and retention earlier in the presentation. However, I cannot overstate the importance of providing competitive compensation to our teachers. Our teachers are the single most important component of successful, high-achieving schools. I am in awe every time I walk into an SAU21 school or a classroom and have the privilege of witnessing our teachers providing superior academic instruction, support, and most importantly, kindness to our students. They are asked to offer not only excellent academic instruction, but also provide for social emotional learning, counseling, and everything in between. Our teachers are tasked with responsibilities outside the traditional scope of teaching from years past, and they embrace that challenge. They understand the importance to be more, and they deliver on that. We cannot afford to lose these special people for our children. It is of paramount importance that we provide adequate, competitive compensation and benefits for our teachers. Finally, I just want to reiterate the difficulty we as an SAU face in gaining voter approval for CBA warrant articles. Again, if the CBA warrant article fails in any one of our districts, it fails in every district. This means a passing vote on both local district ballot and Winnicott district ballot is required for the CBA to pass. These are not separate CBAs, it is a cooperative CBA. In order for the CBA to pass in any of our districts, it needs full support and voter approval in all of our districts. So I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this informational video on the proposed collective bargaining agreement and warrant article. From the administration and the school board's perspective, the CBA is the highest priority warrant article on the school ballots. It is more important than our operating budgets, capital improvement projects, or any other school-related warrant article. Again, the election will be held on Tuesday, March 14th at your local election polling location. I encourage you all of our residents to get out and vote on the 14th so that your voice can be heard on all ballot initiatives, including the CBA warrant article for our teachers' contract. If you have any questions in regard to the CBA or any other school-related budget items, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is listed below. It is my job to ensure the public is informed on all school budget and finance items, and I'm always available to answer any questions or provide any requested information or documentation. Thank you again, and take care.